How are you? Hello. Hi, Garth and Mark. And okay, so we are recording. We're waiting for our special guest to arrive. Hope you all had a fabulous Monday. Hello, Carol. I'm going to manage and mute everybody. Phones on silent.
Hallo Elsa.
Hallo.
Hi, hoe gaan dit?
Goed, wie praat nou?
Dis Ellen.
Hallo Ellen.
Is ons 'n bietjie vroeg?
Nee, ons gaan nou begin. Ons wag vir ons special guest. Oh, Mr. Active World Team has arrived. Hi, Virgil. I see you are here. Our time is exactly 8 o'clock. And I think what we will do is we're sitting on 11. We normally have around 30 people. We'll give them a minute or so to join us. And Virgil, you need to unmute yourself. I have muted everybody so that we don't have too much background noise. So if you will just unmute yourself, there we go. We just need to, Michael, let me just do this again, mute all so that we don't have background noise. And yes. Hello. Is everybody ready for a super exciting call? Virgil, sorry, you need to unmute yourself again because I just saw some people were not muted. So please unmute yourself. Okay, so I'm going to give it over because we only have 30 minutes for our very, very special guest tonight. Mr. Virgil Ambrose, that is doing an absolutely brilliant job, working the business very, very part-time, but with a seriously full-time attitude. I'm going to be sharing my screen. So if you will just allow me to get here the presentation up. And welcome to everybody. Over to you, Virgil. And also, obviously, the theme of tonight is using your story to build your business. So, over to you.
Can you hear me, Elsa?
We can hear you.
Okay. Hi, good evening, guys. This is me, Virgil Ambrose, and I'm full-time, a policeman, and doing Herbalife part-time, just with a full-time mentality, because I was told and I realized for us doing it part-time, we have to be very, very punctual about our times when we go to work and come back and doing the business whilst being at work, just talking about our results and how we feel. And I've learned by Magda that each and every place is a place for business. Okay, each and every place, when you are at work, give out the order, be the change person, use the product consistently. As you can see by this slide, is that I try to make my business look sexy. Okay, people buy into something that looks good because people first eat with their eyes before they do the actual tasting. So what I do on my WhatsApp statuses and on Facebook is I upload my attractive shakes, and I call myself Mr. King Shake because I know I'm very punctual when it comes to my shakes, because I know and my members know if we upload these shakes and saying losing weight never tasted this good,
yes,
gaining weight never tasted this good, you know, then people ask, but is that the same thing that you are talking about, losing weight? Then we say yes. So Make your business look attractive. Be branded. Have the energy. Upload your sites like this. You don't have an excuse saying that I can't do sites like this. If we upload it, you can save it. The whole business you've been taught, it's copy and paste. Okay? So as you can see, the facial mask, I'm addictive. That is my biggest addiction, my facial mask. But you need to know when you upload the facial mask and you know you're gonna put it on social media, take a bit time, put a bit more effort in, and upload it as good as that. But sometimes we put a facial mask on and then it looks scary. Okay, but that is okay. Just don't upload it, but use it punctually. So that is about that. Use your sites consistently. Become your product story. Because if you love your site, like Mr. Ace did on the Zoom call 2 weeks ago, he said we need to learn to get product lovers. Because a product lover, you don't have to teach every day and talk to every day. Yet that person is going to buy the products consistently all the time. And if we can just get the product lovers, that will generate your income massively. It will create movement, because if someone loves the product, it means that person is going to use it all the time. People is going to ask questions, and before they know it, that product lover becomes in business and starts selling shakes and making money. So your goal is to make your client or to make your friend love their products. So about the next slide, no excuses. And my members in my team know, if they come with an excuse, I say I don't accept that. Because personally, I have lost my daughter. I have my story. I work at normal hours. I work night shift and day shift. I get calls in, I must come in now. You can have an excuse, or you can create a solution around that excuse. Here you see my photos. I'm in uniform. I go into shops. I promote the business. They see the policeman with a lot of energy. They ask, where do you get this energy from? Because all the other policemen are either fat or they're lazy. They never smile this much. I say it's probably what I eat, because that is my secret. Okay, this is what I do. So no excuses. I see every gap as an opportunity, and that is how I'm going to level up with the full-time people. But it is easy to give an excuse and saying tomorrow. Make your tomorrow today. Upload your site. Let people see that whilst you're sitting in your office, you can still drink your site. Let the other people see whilst you're being on the road and driving, you can still drink your site. Drinking and driving a Herbalife site is not an offense. Okay? So the picture on top, the middle picture is where I'm standing on the station deck in the most busiest area. I was busy doing stop and searches. I do the stop and searches with my tea on. No excuses. It is just too easy to give yourself excuses. Yeah, I slipped away to the depot with the products on my passenger seat in the police van. I got charged. What are you willing to give up to get your goal a reality? No excuses. Next slide, Elsa. This is my team. One thing that I teach my team is energy. Because the quickest result that you can teach is energy. You use the shake today and the tea today, the first thing you get is energy. So if you preach about the easiest results, it shows that your members starting the business, what do you think what their first result story is going to be? It's energy. You don't have to wait for it before and after, because there's a before and after that meets visually where we talk about energy. So I am all energy. But what you don't know is that the first thing that people buy into is seeing the change of lifestyle, not just in weight, because we teach a healthy lifestyle and we say if you live healthier, you will reach your goal, whatever that means for you, whether it's weight loss, weight gain, or energy. But I'm sure you can see the difference in me, because there's something about the shake, as you can see with Mr. Ace, it makes you crazy. Okay? It allows you to have energy.
Happier and healthier.
And if you have that energy, you feel happier, you feel healthier, you are more consistent to your other commitments. If you know one of my other members, Candace, her energy is crazy. She go to work. She started now a boot camp at work. No excuses. She started a half an hour before work. She's doing a boot camp now. So people buy into what you are. Magda is my upline. Whatever Magda do, I do. So make sure that you become the upline that you would love to look up to. Okay, so whatever you do, keep it very simplistic, very simple, so that it is teachable and duplicatable enough. So I do what Magda do, and I became active whole team. Next one, Elsa. This is the boot camp. So all of us in the business will find your passion and your flow. Whether it is shake parties, I love making shakes, but I'm not the shake party person. I love fitness, and therefore I found my passion through the boot camp. And there's a lot of people that want to start boot camps, but like I told these clients, is that there was a time in my boot camp that I was the only one standing in the hall and cried and prayed and said, Lord, order my steps and order my boot camp, align it with your purpose, and let your will be done. You know, sometimes you want to reach your goals in moments of comfort where we are being told, get uncomfortable, be a bit more consistent. The distributor of Malmesbury, he uploaded his boot camp for 4 weeks with him alone being at the boot camp, and he said it will grow. And now he's sitting by the president's circle, by the front tables. But you need to be consistent. So what we do with the boot camp is that you need to use the product to be part of our boot camp. That is what Quentin Robois said. And when we came back from that LDW, we did exactly what he said we must do. But too many of us is really not teachable, because you hear the thing, you go home and doing the same thing. You need to learn to be flexible about your strategies. So what we do with the boot camp, we lost half of our boot camp when we said you need to use the products. So then we detoxed our boot camp and started doing it properly on a proper foundation. And that is how we reached a better foundation. So everyone that you see in this boot camp is using the products, and they are product lovers. Now there's more befores and afters, and we are 6 coaches in the same boot camp, and we just create vibe and energy. And my motto in life, if you want to do better, just do what the next person is not doing. What we are doing is, after the boot camp, we have 5-minute life motivation. We ask them, what is your results? And the results is amazing. So for the first people coming and they hear that results, they say, wow, this is at the right place where we need to be to get those results. So we treat every client as if it's our client. The next person, the next coach, client, I go talk more to his client than I talk to my own, because I need to develop the art and say, you already know your client, but you need to know the boot camp as everything inside of the boot camp. So go talk to the other people so that they can see it is not only my coach. Everyone care about me, and this is the place where I want to be, because the place where I come from, whether it's work or home, it's a miserable place. So this is our great escape, and that is what I call it. This is our great escape every Tuesday, every Thursday, where we empower ourselves, because truth be told, many of us have lost ourselves within ourselves, and this is the place where we're going to get ourselves back. You need to touch emotion, and when you master the art of touching emotion, you will have that client for the rest of your life. So
you're creating, sorry, Virgil, you're creating a great community. I love the line where you say you had to detox your boot camp. But can I ask you, so you as a team, how do you get more people to come to your boot camp? How do you guys advertise? Do you do flyers? Is it Circle of Influence, WhatsApp groups, Facebook? Can you share with the guys how you get people to your boot camps?
Luckily for me, the people that is doing the bootcamp with me, the other coaches, is much more committed to the bootcamp than me myself. But because I have an awesome team. So, but what we do is we work mostly by word of mouth. And if we invite clients, if we have a new client, we tell the client, part of this package when you buy the product, you get free bootcamp training if it is that you are in the vicinity or can attend the bootcamp. So the only thing you need to do is just to buy the products and you are free to use the bootcamp as much as possible. We had a bootcamp page on Facebook. It didn't work for us that much because it went quiet and people don't follow it that much. But our biggest successes is whoever is our client, we invite to the bootcamp. And it is very important not to stretch out your business so far that is going to drain you, especially for us doing it part-time. So what we say is where your business is situated, like the bootcamp is in Elsie River. So a lot of our clients is based in Elsie River and around Elsie River, like Parow, Leyvers, Goodwood, and so. So try to be the master of that area. When they talk about bootcamp, they're talking about 24-foot bootcamp in Elsies. So what we do is, who you see is all our clients, and we invite them and say, you don't have to go to the gym because you know and we know you pay a gym contract, never go to the gym. This is a bootcamp where you can bring your kids. Now you don't need the nanny to look after your kids or the neighbors. Bring your kids with, because this is a family affair. We are family, and this is where authenticity meets one-on-one with everyone. So it is a fun place to be. If your business is not going to look sexy as my shakes, if your energy is not going to be on top, people buy into energy. Energy is everything, because we know our everyday environment is not that hyped up in energy. So the people push to where they feel wanted, appreciated, and energy. So everyone that you see is, it is our clients, and those clients bring clients because they say the energy at that bootcamp is amazing. So most of our successes and how it grows, our clients bring more clients. And we always tell them, you want to have an accountable partner, because we teach 3 fitness days a week, 2 at the bootcamp and 1 on your own. So we will suggest you to get an accountable partner, come sweat it out here, and on your 3rd session, you go home and go train with your partner. That is basically what we do, Elsa.
Okay, that's a great idea. Okay. Also working with planning your business, and like we've said, a bit of goal setting before the time is very important. I want to ask you a bit of a personal question now, Virgil. A couple of months ago, and how can I say, I think most members that's been around for a while sometimes get there. You get a couple of very serious guys in your personal volume, and so your personal volume is nice and high, and suddenly you have 2 or 3 of those guys that leave your personal volume because they become strong supervisors, and suddenly you find yourself that your personal volume drops a little bit. And I know that you really changed that around from at a place where you were not doing 2.5, and suddenly you were doing your 2.5s consistently, and you went on to do 5,000, and then you did 5,300. Do you want to share with everybody what you did to change that around? Let's help the other guys that sometimes get a little bit stuck with, and they're struggling, and they're seeing 2.5 as a measure. And we really see that as a survival volume. We, for us as supervisors and people that want to build a team, 2.5 is not the name of the game. Do you want to share with people what you did to turn it around, where you have this wonderful growth also in your personal volume?
I think the only thing you need to do is you just put your right hand on Amari's shoulder and you will get the volume. Guys, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I say Amariki.
What I do is,
Thank you, Virgil.
Okay. What we do is, sometimes we must be teachable, and it doesn't matter if it's your downline or your upline. You can still be teachable. And a person that I really gain that I really got a teaching from without him even opening up his mouth was Eugene, which is another supervisor of mine. And he worked very closely with all his members. And I have to say, it is with his teaching, with his members, that I easily became active world team in the aspect of my royalties, because he had more supervisors in my team of what I have in my team. But the momentum in the volume points is, I see most of the members in the whole bigger Herbalife picture is struggling with this, or they're doing the same mistake. The mistake is you get 3 movers in your business, and then you become a bit, you slow down a bit because you know you have that 3 movers. Now, wait, I don't have to do that much anymore because I know they're going to push the volume for me. Before you know it, when they go supervisor, you feel disabled. And that was what happened with me. I made my 2.5, and I made another 2.5, and I made another 2.5, and then Candice and Eugene went supervisor, boom, business closed. Okay, and that was my hardcore teaching, and that is what I always try to explain to my members. Never depend on your downline to push your volume. So what I rather do now, I take my 5,000, or I teach my new members, take your 500, take your 2,500, divide it by 4, and you will get your weekly target, because we've got the teaching. If you do your weekly target, you can still level up in your following week. But if you do a monthly target, when you don't reach your target, there's no month to live. So what I did was, I don't want to say started over, but I got a huge crash when my members went supervisor, and I was so relaxed because I know they push the volume. So I reactivated, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I went crazy with my new members, just getting new members. Like Magda said, the 100, the 50, the 200, that will get you to where you want to be. But the more you help them, the more the results come back to you. So we are in the business. For me to move, I have to have you to move. So I signed up, and I signed up, and I signed up. And with the 50 and the 100 and the 70 and the 250, I eventually reached my 2.5. But there's a crazy thing about energy. What you put your mind to is what will materialize. And this is what I told my members as well. I reached 5,000 thinking I reached my 5,000 much easier than I reached my 2,500. It is because my mindset was fixed on 2.5, and therefore I struggled with 2.5. But then I moved my mindset to 5,000, and strangely, it felt like the same effort. But the difference was getting the numbers, because I started my business with 10 zeros, enough to get you negative.
Yeah.
You're not alone in that. All of us is experiencing that. But you just need to push for more numbers.
Yeah,
but
so when you change
also,
your focus from volume to people,
yes,
bring in
that
the
was exactly
people.
what I did.
That is when it all changes. And this is what I also saw with when I had a chat with Amri and Frikkie, is the more they're focused on having new members, and obviously you have to activate those members. And I think the big thing is, because I also saw you've got 2 QPs, when you set them up to go to qualified producer, you're setting up a sense of urgency. And remember, when you're doing that, whatever you tell them to do is what they're going to do. So when they bring new people in and they've gone QP, and then automatically they will go supervisor, that is what they will duplicate. So well done.
Yes.
And can I just ask you, for bringing in a lot of new people and fresh business, what activity did you do to get those new people? Did you just go out talking to people? Where did you find those new members?
I went on social media. I went on WhatsApp, Facebook, just identifying people. And what I do a lot is, when I sit in a restaurant or I go to shops. So I was never specific with my strategy. I was very flexible about my strategy. But wherever I go, I'm very conscious of my surroundings and who I look at, and I think I'm gonna pitch it to this person. And what Amory said is, what I picked up from her was, you need to package your story. I think that is the most important thing about this whole business, because people buy into stories. There is nothing more powerful than a story. And that was what I did. I gave them my story. I introduced myself. I'm Virgil. I'm full-time policeman, and this is what I do. And maybe I'm speaking to the converted or to the wrong person, but the two questions that I always ask, and I even posted it up in my group, and I'm gonna post it in the Dream Team as well. Have you ever felt in your spirit that you are destined for so much more than what you're currently doing or having in life? But maybe the box that you placed your life in doesn't allow you to stretch. So now I'm touching emotion. And when you learn to touch emotion, that person will give you an ear because you're talking to that person now. And then my second point was, maybe I'm speaking to the converted, but my experience was what I currently earn and what I rightfully deserve is at two different places, where I get paid on the first, but my salary is finished by the 7th, waiting for the end of the month again. Is that your reality? The always not. So now I'm speaking to emotion. Then I say, do you have 5 minutes that I can explain to you how I escape my miserable reality? Because if that is your situation, I surely have your answer. When can I sit down with you? What's your contact number? And then I follow up and I get back to them, and then I do the napkin presentation.
Okay, so then you do the napkin presentation. Okay, fabulous. We've got, I don't want us to do, we've done the button and all of this training slides a couple of times. We're running a little bit short of time, but thank you, Virgil. You are so inspiring. I know that you're going straight to the GET team and President's team. I see you there. And, so we're very, very excited for this next year. We're all very focused. And so at the moment for this week, we decided we wanted to bring in a product of the week. And we decided that for this week, it's going to be the shake. And because you're the shake king, and we've got those beautiful images from you, if you're talking to somebody about the shake, and they're saying to you, but it's expensive. What is your line? If you are now you're talking to somebody and they're saying, so how does this, this all about? Because everything, the product line is the shake. So do you want to give everybody your line of what you say to them when they're coming with the money pitch, or something like that? I can't afford it. What do you say to them?
Number one, expensive to what was Mr. Ace's question. When they always say expensive, and then I say, the thing is, you don't pay attention to the detail, because when you spend money every day on your muffin and coffee and on your lunch and your chips and your drink, it works out inevitably more than 400 Rand. So when you buy the shake, I want you to see it more as an investment than an expense. So when you use the shake, you use it for breakfast and lunch. But the power of the shake is it works out 16 Rand a serving, and there's 21 servings in. So do your calculations and tell me, what breakfast can you really buy for 16 Rand? With that amount of nutrition, something that adds value to your life, and that you get most definitely a longer lifespan, because you live now healthier with the balanced nutrition of vitamins, fibers, and everything. I mentioned everything. But then I say, if you use the shake, I say, go for it once, give me your experience, and then we talk again about it. But I can guarantee you, because I was sitting with the same mentality of the product is expensive. But if I tell you, you buy the shake for $3.96, I give you a free eating plan, I give you a free working out program around it. I motivate you every day. I give you recipes every day, and I support you to be consistent with it. Because when you buy the shake, you buy me with it. You get a personal coach that can coach you through the program and make your goal a reality, whatever that means for you. So it is only $396. So how can that really be expensive to whatever you purchased before?
Okay, so that is brilliant. Thank you so much. And I think our biggest job is to make sure that people have great recipes, that they get to love the shake, which you obviously do very well. And then also let's be aware that the company is running this beautiful get up and go drive where they have it on the radio, where it's out everywhere. So it's really up to us to be telling our circle of influence and getting them to know that, you know, the products, that this is a beautiful solution, even if you're not looking at weight loss, but you want to be healthier and getting your whole family on the products.
Sorry, also.
Sorry, yes?
The one thing that I always mention is how quick it is to make the shake. That is very, very important, because no one have really time in the mornings to make your breakfast or to make a balanced breakfast for you and your kids. And I think if you can change certain things that you have done wrong in your past when it comes to nutrition and everything, I think you will really realign yourself and want to be that blessing for your kids. So this is something that you purchase once, but not only you can use it, but your kids can use it with you. And it is something tasty for them to be consistent with nutrition, and everyone have it every morning, something tasting so good. I say, why not?
Yeah. Okay, fabulous. Great. So listen, we've got about a minute left. Thank you so much, Virgil. You've done an absolutely brilliant job. Obviously, very, very excited. We've got a week left when we're going to be all flying up to Johannesburg and have this amazing event. I think there was about 100 tickets left today. I don't know whether there's any tickets left. We really need to promote. I'm going up next week, Tuesday. I'm going to be at the meeting in Pretoria East. On the Wednesday morning, I'm going to be at the meeting at the Encore Center in Pretoria again. And on the Wednesday evening, we will have a cocktail hour at Karina and Howie's place in Fairland, at the Fairlands Wellness Center. I'm going to send this out on WhatsApp. So all of you that have got Circle of Influence and people up in Joburg and you want to still grow your team up there, you're more than welcome to send people. And this is something that is, for me, a big one. You know, we launched this promotion early in the year. There's a number of you that went for it, but I think a lot of the growth that came from Sean Lewis's team and also with Amarie that really went, Amarie and Frikkie that went for it, and there's a couple of the other guys. But I think this time around, we want more of you to buy into this promotion. We're going to repeat the same promotion because we want to get you guys to start working now so that you can get some money towards Cologne. So if you're going to go for the big one, which is 30,000 points and 30 people in over November, December, Jan, we will give you 12,000 Rand. That will be a plane ticket. It'll give you money towards your ticket and even maybe some accommodation. So we want to ignite more of you to join in this amazing promotion because it's about reinvesting in our own teams. The second one is 20,000 volume points and 20 people. You'll get 7.5. That's also still going to pay a flight for you. Or go for 12,000 points and 15 people, because the only way you're going to grow, as you've heard, is to get more people in your business. And we are reinvesting and throwing money at you. And all we want you to is just get excited. There's so much momentum in South Africa and everything is in place. So all you need to do is make up your mind, set up the numbers, set the goals, and get this amazing promotion to work for you. So we're all off to Joburg next week. We're super excited about the event. Some of us are going to the party. On the Saturday night, we're inviting all of the team. This is on Ace and myself. And by the way, our upline, Lorelle Stossel, is also flying in from the East. She's going to be with us. So we're going to have a fun time, and we want to get all of you to join us on the Saturday night at Doppio Zero, but you have to confirm with me your numbers by the 9th of November, guys. Otherwise, if you're late, then there won't be place. So please, you have to send me a message. And then obviously, I'm very excited that Marie and Frick is already qualified for this vacation. I'm working very hard. I know Magda's working very hard. A couple of us is still going to go. We're definitely going to qualify to go to Turkey. But you know what? If you're not in the run for this one, get ready so that you can join us and start working next year so that you can set yourself up for the 2020 amazing vacation of Herb Life. And obviously, we're working towards Cologne, and Virgil is already qualified. He's getting 14,000 Rand from the company. He's going to the lifestyle day. The company spends nothing less than 3,000 to 5,000 Rand per person on this very special day, or us as press team go with you. So there's a whole lot of you that can still qualify for Active World Team up to July next year. And you can, this is done and dusted for you, Virgil. Very, very exciting. And so, guys, it's a super exciting time. Thank you, Virgil. You did a brilliant, brilliant job. I've recorded this. I will post it on the Facebook page for anybody that wants to catch some tips. But I am so excited and so proud of everybody that worked so extremely hard in the last couple of months. So thank you for that, and have a wonderful evening, and I see you soon at the extravaganza in Johannesburg. We'll do one more call next Monday, and then see a whole lot of you. So you can open yourself up. Let's give him a nice clap so that we can say thank you to Virgil for sharing his job. Thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness, we almost have 50 people on the call tonight. That is so brilliant. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope everybody learned something. But the team is certainly on the move. The top 5 is all above 5,000 points. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, guys. And see you soon in Joburg.
Yes.
Bye. Have a lovely day.